I'm Lisa, registered midwife and certified breastfeeding specialist. I have my own private practice doing infant feeding support in southwest London. I wanted to talk to you today about positions for feeding your baby. There's really two groups. There's the baby-led position, so laid back breastfeeding, sometimes called biological nurturing, amazing position. I'll talk to you about that in other videos, but it's really very simply, it's where you lie back on the bed or the sofa and you place your baby on your chest and you allow them to use all their reflexes that they were born with to move towards the breast and to self-attach. But today I want to talk to you a little bit more about mother-led positions for feeding your new baby. Now, typically what we see with our friends in cafes is we tend to see them feeding, slightly older babies, or on the movies maybe, and mum will be holding the baby within her arm in this sort of cradle position. That's all well and good, but when your baby is first born, in those first early days and weeks, where we're really trying to give really optimal positioning at your breast and really guiding your baby and giving them the support that your baby needs to be able to imprint those really good feeding behaviours, we need to give a little bit more support for your baby. So instead of taking your baby with this arm, we're going to take your baby with this arm, okay? So we're going to have baby nice and held, well secure. And now I want to talk to you a little bit about something called CHINS. And that is something that you can use in pretty much any feeding position, a mother-led feeding position, to help you remember the principles of what you're trying to do when you're attaching your baby. So we want baby nice and close, held nice and closely to us. The chin is pressed into the breast. Okay, so we've got a nice deep press of the chin into the breast. Okay, baby is nice, the head is free. So I'm holding the head ear to ear, and the pressure is coming from the heel of my hand on baby's back, but I'm using my hands to support the head. So I've got full control of the head. I've probably got a postnatal belly, so I've got a little bit of support to rest baby on, or maybe even I can get a pillow in underneath to give me a bit of support if I need that. But the head is totally free. There's nothing pushing on the back of it. I've not got a hand over like this. I'm not gripping the head like this. Your babies are a lot more capable than most parents give them credit for. So we want the head to be free. And one of the reasons why we want that is because if they are in a situation where they are sort of pressed deeply into your breast and for whatever reason the nose isn't clear against your breast tissue, so they come onto the breast, maybe the latch hasn't been perfect, or maybe you've got particularly large breasts and the nose is pressed into the breast like that. If the head is free, then if your baby does encounter any challenges with breathing for whatever reason, then they will simply spit your breast out and they will move off of your nipple. If you have a mouthful of food, someone comes along and holds your nose, you're going to spit your food out. Your baby is very able and very capable. If it's a healthy baby, a term baby, it's very able and capable to do that, okay? So if there's nothing pressing on the back of the head, which regardless babies just don't like. If you were having your dinner and you had someone with their hand on the back of their head like this, you're not going to enjoy that very much at all. So from a safety perspective, and also just because babies do not like this at all, and they don't like this at all. So nice pump. If you do feel like you need to have a little bit more support for baby, then the other hand can be used just underneath, but we're not putting any pressure on the back. Okay, so we're close, the chin is in, the head is free, we're in line. So the head, the shoulders, the hips are in a nice straight line. We don't want to see baby feeding like that with the tummy pointing up to the ceiling or likewise pointing down. We want them to match the angle of your nipple, so they want to be coming straight onto the nipple. You wouldn't like to have your dinner like this, feeding like that, so that's effectively the same for your baby. So we want baby in that nice straight line. And then really importantly, when your baby's approaching your breast, we want to position your baby nose to nipple. So we want to be rubbing the nipple on this little bit of skin here. Okay, so this is where we want the nipple to be rubbing, because we want them to be able to take a nice wide mouth and tip their heads back and come forwards onto the breast. Okay, So if you have a glass of water, you're going to extend your neck to drink your glass of water. You're not going to drink your glass of water down like this. And it's just the same with your baby, okay? So we want them to be able to do a nice extension of the neck and then come onto the nipple with landing with a nice asymmetric latch. So this is our chins. So we've got close, the chin is indented, the head is free, we're in line, we're nose to nipple, and it's sustainable for you, okay? A breastfeed can be anywhere between 5 and 40 minutes. All right, so get yourself ready with your water, your phone, your book for your other little child, you know, whatever it is you need, but you need to be comfortable and able to sustain this position for the duration of the feed. Because what I can see happen sometimes is that a baby goes on really, really well and mum gets a bit tired, and so the baby kind of slips and pulls, and then the position isn't retained quite so well. And the principles of CHINS really apply in whatever position, whatever mother-led position that you're in. So you might be in this cross cradle position with baby across like this, or maybe you're in a rugby hold position. So it's just the same. I'd probably need some support with some pillows here. I'm in a rugby hold position, but it's just the same. My baby is close, the chin is into the breast, the head is free, I'm in line, and I come on nose to nipple, okay? Or even if we're side lying in the bed, it's exactly the same principles that we follow, or sat on your lap, maybe a koala hold, maybe for when your baby's a teeny bit older. Again, it's the same principles. All right, so CHINS is a really good one to remember when thinking about different positions for feeding your baby. And if you're thinking that something's not quite right, or something doesn't feel quite comfortable, then that's a good checklist just to work through. I really hope this has been helpful. You take care.